Time to check on the Peanut Butter Banana Mead. Alright, so it's been 6 weeks. We made this on March 15th. It's about time, right? We've had a backlog of videos because we just did a lot of new brews, and then we realized that, there might be more than one video for racking, and there might be a bottling, and there might be a tasting. And it turned into a lot more videos. So we're going to have a ton of videos coming out, just have to do them all in good time. This one, however, is proof that you do not have to rack too soon. It's been sitting for 6 weeks. And it smells like peanut butter and banana, which is kind of awesome. Probably a good thing, because there's a lot of things it could have smelled like, and it doesn't. And I am going to take this bag out of here. And looking at this, I see nothing in here that's bad. Like nothing moldy, nothing untoward that we don't want in our mead. Must. I just have to find the bottom of the bag, top of the bag, any part of the bag. There we go. Found the knot. All right, and I'm just going to pull this out. Give it a little squeeze. Someone got very offended with the banana wine because I said it looked like dishwasher. I didn't mean to be offensive to anyone, but it was a joke. And it kind of did.
His intent was to say, if you have an oddly gray-looking beverage, that's what ours looked like, and so that's okay.
It's a descriptor.
This one, I think because of the peanut butter, is more yellowish.
It looks like...
It almost looks like the color of...
a light beer.
Or, I'm thinking pudding, like the
All right.
butterscotch pudding.
Oh, yeah.
When we first opened this up, it's not a little odd, and that's because all the gases, all those protective layer gases, which are unpleasant in odor, were escaping first. But now that he's
I'm
taken...
smelling peanut butter.
You can totally smell the peanut butter. It's actually quite impressive.
All right. I'm going to take a reading on this before we rack it, just because I know I'm going to disturb it, and it's already been disturbed. Oh, it is disturbed. This is cloudy. But I just want to get a reading before we go much further. Based on the smell and where I think this might be right now, I don't know that I want to take a taste of this yet. I think it might be unpleasant at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so our reading is 1.002. We started at 1.108. That gives us a 15.26 ABV. We used D47?
D47.
D47. Yay! It came through and did what it's supposed to do. But it also made this dry. I am fairly convinced I will not like this dry. So, I'm thinking, change of plans. We were going to rack this into another bottle today, but I think what we're actually going to do is back sweeten it, mix all those leaves back up again, because just in case it ferments a little bit more, I don't want to have problems later on. So we're just going to add some honey into this, mix it up, put it back for more fermentation. So that means I can pour this directly in.
Now, I have a theory on why this fermented out so well. And that is because we added peanut butter powder. We added a total of 2.5 ounces of peanut butter powder.
Lots and lots of nitrogen.
Peanuts have lots of nitrogen, and nitrogen makes yeast happy.
Yeah.
So,
all right. But anyway, let me get some honey. Basically, what I want to do is raise this from that 1.002 to about a 1020. That seems to be our sweet spot. Get it? Sweet spot. So to do that, I know honey is 35 points per gallon. Per pound, this is a little bit over a gallon. So I think I'll put in, say, 10 ounces. That should do it. And if it's a little over, I'm okay with that. So I'm putting in 10 ounces. I'm actually going to take a reading afterwards so that we'll know. So here we go. 10 ounces of honey. That's 280 grams for all of those of you on the metric system. All right, so there's our 10 ounces.
We are using a wildflower honey rather than an orange blossom honey because we don't want to add flavor so much as we want to add sweetness. And wildflower is a more neutral honey.
So technically what we did here isn't a true racking, it's a rough rack. We removed the fruit and we're going to back sweeten at the same time because I feel this can handle it. It might even end up being a little bit more of a step feed than I really want. But now I need the spoon of unusual size. That way I can mix this up, and I just want to mix it thoroughly. Now you might be wondering, why did I not take it off the lease before I did this? A couple reasons. If I left it on, if I did not leave it on the lees, if I removed it, and there was a colony of yeast in there, it might take it a long time, but it might still ferment these if there was anything left in those lees to give. So I didn't want to do that and have a stressed yeast trying to ferment the last bits of honey, giving an off flavor to something that might actually taste great. Instead, I'd rather have that colony be at full effect. If it's going to ferment further, it will. If not, it won't. It's just that simple. If it does ferment it a little bit more, okay, we'll get a little bit more alcohol out of it. And next time we take a look at this, I'll probably add more honey to it to get it just a little bit sweeter. That's what you do. You start out with a plan, and over time, you know what? They're biological things. We can't always know what they're going to do, so we work with them. However, I am very impressed that D47 did this. I thought that was really cool. We've had problems with it in the past where it didn't. Okay, I feel that that is mixed enough, so I'm just going to take another reading on this so that we have a record of where it's at right now to see if it continues fermenting. So, just do it again. Perfect. 1.022. Okay, not perfect, but darn close. So it's at 1.022 right now. This will go right back into the bucket. The lid's going to go back on. Airlock's going to go on. It's going to go back on the floor right over here because that's where it's been sitting for the last 6 weeks. And I'll probably give this a month and check it again. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.